Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1975 and 1977 to listen to Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper and Nosferatu by Blue Oyster Cult. Alright, we'll start with Welcome to My Nightmare. Comes from Welcome to My Nightmare, his first studio album, a concept album detailing a journey through the nightmares of a child named Stephen. The album reached number 5 in the US and number 19 in the UK. This is the opening track and was the third single released. It mixes elements of disco, jazz, and hard rock. Interesting. It invites listeners into a surreal and darkly whimsical world, exploring themes of fear, acceptance, and the absurdity of life, while blending horror and humor in a theatrical manner. Let's check it out. Great that he's starting quiet.
You're gonna feel you belong. A nocturnal vacation, unnecessary sedation. You wanna feel at home, 'cause you belong. Welcome to my nightmare. Welcome to my breakdown. I hope I didn't scare you. That's just the way we are when we come down. We sweat and laugh and scream here, 'cause life is just a dream here. You know inside you feel right at home here. Welcome to my breakdown. Whoa. You're welcome to my nightmare, yeah.
falsetto.
You know inside you feel right at home. Yeah. Welcome to my nightmare. Welcome to my breakdown.
So that's what I've been missing all this time. Wow, what an amazing song. Opening song from his debut solo album. You know I loved it. We start with greatness from the beginning. Awesome cymbal tone. Tsh, beautiful. Gorgeous, huge guitar strums. Happened a few times. You know I love that. Then these powder soft, yet somehow still commanding, attention-grabbing vocals by Alice. I love it all already, and it just kept getting better and better. Wow. Then the funk arrives. I get it. You know, I'm moving all of a sudden, and we're in that pocket. Basically, the rest of the song, loved it. That's where the funk and disco takes over. I get it. Now I get it. Also, new vocals by Alice in that section. They were harsher, bolder, very playful. He was making lots of cool vocal choices. Really having fun with this one. And then around the 30% mark, you know what I'm talking about. This hauntingly delicious melodic turn in the song. A top song moment. It was amazing. It was elegant yet dark and groovy. I know you know what I'm talking about. I think that was the first big change up in the song after the funk. Wow, loved it. I love the brass in the song. Such a nice surprise. Gave it more of that funk and groove. I don't know if it was done on the keys. I didn't see real brass on the personnel list, but it sounded great. Especially that kind of shoving up or squeezing up moment. So cool. I pointed it out. I loved it. And then on top of that, this groovy electric piano keyboard solo happening, just adding to the mix. I know there was a cool breakdown moment that happened, full of sonic goodies, sonic goodness. Can't wait to hear that again. Just, just like the other songs I've heard from him. They're all dark and Halloween-y. I'm sure he has other types, but he does them so well, of course. Just superb musical choices by Alice throughout this whole song, throughout this whole album, no doubt. And I live for experimentation like that in music. And I love that those horns stuck around, stayed prominent, helped lead the rest of the song, basically. Such a great element that I was not expecting. And I love the long instrumental section at the end. It let me simmer in the goodness, the dark goodness. It let me be delighted, be a bit horrified, and be funkified. Yeah, such a strong album opener. We're only in the first song, and I'm already deep in Steven's world, in Steven's mind, in Steven's nightmares. Love it. It was just super infectious to hell and back. It's easily getting the Double Epic Platinum Record Award, of course, for Welcome to My Nightmare by Alice Cooper, 1975. And thank you so much once again for this darkly delicious, amazing ride. Alice Cooper, Dick Wagner, Steve Hunter, Tony Levin, Joseph Chirowski, Johnny Badanjek, and anyone else involved. All right, now on to the long-awaited Nosferatu by Blue Oyster Cult. Comes from Spectres, their 5th studio album. It's the closing track and tells a tale inspired by the classic vampire character Count Orlok from the 1922 silent film Nosferatu. The vampire arrives to torment Lucy, who is pure of heart, and hopes that she can free him from his eternal curse. She surrenders to him, but their encounter causes him to stay too long until sunrise, and he vanishes into dust, leaving her alone. Awesome storyline. Let's see what the song has to give.
Clutched at resting fear. She heard
perfect. You know, I read the story to myself. I loved it. The music did the story justice completely and more. Wow, it's a shame I had to wait a whole year for this. It was on my list for last Halloween but didn't make it. So if any of you suggested it a whole year ago, thank you for your patience. Oh, I loved it. So we get dark and dirty rock vibes to start with. Oh yes, it's Blue Oyster Cult, not surprised. A great slow flow in this one, perfect tempo. It was kind of dreamy, yet dreary at the same time. Love that pocket. Also some flowy, dreamy vocals by Joe. He sounded great. I don't know if I've heard him before. Probably. I've heard several now from this band. Love them all. Nice little echo on his voice. You know, those little touches just pile up to make songs like these so amazing. Another great example, that elegant piano that was dancing around the song. For me, it just further enhanced that romantic / vampire feel. Perfect. Lots of darkly delicious chord progressions here. You know, that motif happening throughout the song in different forms. Love that. Classic spooky vibes. There was this great electric guitar riff that came in, a nice surprise. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Another thing I loved, I'm calling them the baby bass and drum solos. First the bass, just a couple of seconds. The drums, a couple of seconds. If you know the song well, you know what I'm talking about. Another great moment there. Pretty certain there was an amazing bridge tucked in there. Another incredible moment. Amazing melodies, different. Amazing group harmonies. I loved hearing that. Again, different from everything else. So many touches here and there, just like the first song by Alice. So many incredibly satisfying musical moments in this one. I'll call it dark, sumptuous rock. And we can't forget that killer electric guitar solo. Packed such a huge punch, went on for a while. I absolutely loved it. I'm assuming that was Donald Roser. He's listed as the lead guitarist, so hopefully that's him, but it was amazing. Yeah, this whole song, so very cinematic. I would really love to see some type of video to go along with it, to visualize the story. That would be amazing. Maybe someone's already done it. I'll have to check on YouTube, but such an awesome song. I can definitely see why several of you recommended it, and why so many of you love it, no doubt. I love it too now. It's getting the Double Epic Platinum Record Award so easily for Nosferatu by Blue Oyster Cult, 1977. And thank you so very much for this sumptuous, romantic, elegant vampire rock song. Joe Bouchard, Alan Lanier, Eric Bloom, Donald Roser, and Albert Bouchard. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. If you wish to chat about these two amazing songs, I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.